Hello and welcome to day 6 of Calculus Near. Today we'll be going over the law of sines and the law of cosines. Recall that earlier we learned our trig functions and we were able to solve problems involving right triangles. Now with the law of sines and the law of cosines, we can solve for any triangle problem, assuming we have enough information given, and we can solve for more than just right triangles. And the two laws that will help us, law of sines and the law of cosines. The law of sines states that the sine of angle A divided by the length of side A is equal to the sine of angle B divided by the length of side B. And that's equal to sine of angle C divided by the length of side C. So with triangles, we need to understand that if I have, for example, angle B right here, then side B would be on opposite of the angle, so over here. If I have side A here, then angle A would be opposite of it, so this angle here. So just remember, the angle is opposite the corresponding side. They're always going to be on opposite sides of each other. Then the law of cosine states that the length side C is equal to the length of side A squared plus the length of side B squared minus 2 times the length of A times the length of B times cosine of angle C, all under the square root. So let's look at some examples. Find the lengths of side A and side C. First things first, you're going to want to label your sides and your angles. So if we see that we have side A here, then angle A will be opposite of it, so over here. And if we have side C here, then angle C would be on the opposite of it, so it would be over here. This leaves us with this being angle B and this being side B, so we wrote that down over here. Next, we're going to find length A. So let's see, we already know angle B and side B, so we can use that to solve for our other sides. Starting off with trying to find the length of side A, use the fact that sine B, the sine of angle B, divided by the length of B is equal to the sine of angle A divided by the length of A. So the sine of angle A divided by the length of A. Let's see. Angle B is equal to 27 degrees, so we plug that in here. The length of side B is 55 meters, so we wrote that down over here. We subbed in for side B. And then that's equal to, let's see, sine of angle A. Do we have angle A? Yes, we do. Here's angle A. It's 41 degrees. And we just need to solve for the length of A. So we simply isolate for A. So A is equal to 55 sine of 41 divided by sine of 27. That's equal to 79.5 meters. And just a reminder, for this problem we're using degrees, so check to make sure that if you're using a calculator, check to make sure that it's in degree mode and not radian mode. Alrighty. Now to find the length of angle C, we're going to use law of sines again. Sine of angle B divided by the length of side B is equal to the sine of angle C divided by the length of side C. So we have for sine of angle B, that's 27 degrees. The 27 degrees is what we're substituting for B. We're dividing that by the length of B, that's 55. So this is equal to the sine of, let's see, angle C, that is 112 degrees. Now we isolate for c, and we get 55 sine of 112 degrees divided by sine of 27 degrees. That's equal to 112.3 meters. So we have side c that's equal to 112.3 meters. Let's see another example. Find the length of side A. This time, we're going to use the law of cosines because it'll be very easy for us. It's just going to be we're just going to be plugging in numbers for this one. So, recall that side C, the length of side C is equal to the length of side A squared plus the length of side B squared minus 2 times the length of A times the length of B times cosine of angle C. Now if we want to solve for A, we simply just rearrange this, and we get A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of angle A. So we simply just rearrange these letters, so we just substitute in for them. It works. Alright, so we're going to label our sides and our angles. Let's see, this must be angle A over here, and in this case it doesn't really matter which one we choose to label angle B and angle C. Like, we could have just as well switched them, it wouldn't matter for this one. This is just the way I picked it because if I decided to make this one angle B and this one angle C and then this one side B and this one side C, it wouldn't have changed our result. It's just, this is how I decided to do things. So you can it doesn't matter which one you pick for B and C. Although it does matter what you pick for A because that's what we're trying to solve for. So we're going to use the law of cosines. The length of side A is equal to the length of B squared plus the length of C squared minus 2 times the length of B times the length of C times cosine of angle A, and that's all under the square root. So if we see that B is equal to 21 meters, and C is equal to 18 meters, and angle A is equal to 35 degrees, substitute, and we get A is equal to 12.1 meters. Alright, now it's time for you to do some practice problems. And in math, it's important that you do practice problems. So please pause the video and only unpause if you're thoroughly stumped and you just can't understand it, or if you're done. So please pause the video and I'll unveil the solution soon. Now here are the solutions. Solutions for problem 1. For problem 2. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back soon.